Hey everybody, welcome back to the homestead. My name is Emily, and last night I got most of my brassicas transplanted into the garden, and then it got really cold. Like it got to 27 Fahrenheit. So I don't know if they're having transplant shock or if the temperature was what has affected them, but there are a few of them that are looking kind of puny. The leaves are a little limp. That one is probably one of the worst ones. But a lot of them still look really decent. It's not supposed to get that cold for the next several nights, so I'm hoping they'll be fine. But today my plan is to go ahead and remulch this area. I scraped away all the mulch that had been there in order to plant them. Well, we added more dirt and then planted them. And so I'm going to rake that back over. I'll probably have to go get some more mulch from somewhere. I'm using spent hay for that, or just old hay. There's a few hay bales just randomly around the property, like in the woods, that I've just been pulling from over the past year to mulch the garden with. And I'm going to continue to do that while I have that resource that is just free and readily available. So I'm going to get started with that, then get a hoop on with bug netting before the deer or the cabbage looper moths show up. And yeah, that is what I'm going to start with today. If I can get to more things, that would be great. But I'm still a little bit worn out from yesterday. So I'm not going to push myself to do a ton of stuff, even though I would really like to do a ton of stuff. So let's get started. I got more hay than I needed, which is just fine because there will be more mulching to do later. I just dumped it off here, and I will just use that on the next row. And now to get to the row cover. And here we have it. This part isn't super tight, but that's okay. I'm sure I'll be opening and closing this a few times and can shore it up when that happens. But mostly those two, this one here and that one down there, that are kind of saggy, that's also where I ran into problems with spacing, because I had to mend two pieces together and had to move the poles for that. I guess the only way to fix that would be to add more poles, but I don't have more poles. But I suppose I could move some around. That's not something I'm willing to do today, though. So this is what it's going to be. I still have some time and a little bit of energy, so I think I'm going to start working on this next bed where I had the brassicas last year. There is one plant, maybe two, that are still alive. This is a Brussels sprout, which, I mean, it's technically alive, but I think I'm just gonna cut it off, and I'm gonna go through and just cut off all of the plants except for this one. This is a premier kale, and it's got some leaves that need to be cut off, but it is still growing and getting bigger. So I'm just gonna let this one keep on keeping on. But the rest of this stuff is gonna get cut down so that the next day we haul dirt up here from the wood pile, then we will have a bed ready for that. Goodness. Okay, these pruners are not the right tool for these. These stalks are way too thick. So I'm gonna go get my loppers, see if those will work. cleaned up for now. I want to take all these leaves off. Like this one's damaged too, but I want to leave some for it to photosynthesize with. So while I was working on the weeds in that bed, I was thinking, what should I do next? What should I do next? And I think I'm going to mulch the row that I put my peas in. They have started coming up. I planted them kind of densely because I didn't know what kind of germination rate I was going to get. But as you can see here, weeds are definitely starting to come in from underneath, even though I put all that soil on top. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more mulch. I'll use what I got earlier today, and then I'll have to go and get some more and mulch around these before they get taken over by weeds and before I plant anything else. I am going to call it quits for today. I got a lot done. Part of me thinks, oh, I should just take a break and then come back out after dinner because there's a whole lot more that I need to do and that I can do. But I did promise myself I wasn't going to push myself too hard today, and I'm kind of at my limit, I think, for the day. So I'm just going to take satisfaction in a job well done of what I was able to do and leave it at that. With the list of things that need to get done right now, it seems to be never ending. I just have to pick a spot to just stop because I don't want to run myself so ragged that I'll not be able to get back out here on another day. So remember to take care of yourselves while you're taking care of your garden. And thank you for hanging out with me today while I got these little tasks done, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.